Let's head out then. How quickly are we going to get a call? Do we actually have to do stuff to prompt it, or will it just happen, I wonder? Never mind, it just happens. Hello?
Akiyama-san, it's me. Is now a good time?
Yep, we're all in the clear. What's up?
There's something I gotta talk to you about. You mind if we meet up for a few?
Not at all. Where at?
How about that building in Theatre Square? You know, the red one down the alley? We'll have some privacy there. Anyway, it's the one right across from the movie theatre. I'll be waiting up on the roof.
Roof of the red building. Got it.
Perfect. See you there.
Sounds like I should head over to Theatre Square. Okie dokie. Are you a... There's a... Oh, it's a phone call. I was like, it looks like there's a sub-story here, but... Akiyama speaking.
Oh, Chief. I'm so glad I caught you.
Why? What's up?
There's a customer who wants to see you. It seems kind of important. Can you come back to the office?
Yeah, hang tight. I'll be there as soon as I can. Alright. Let's see what sub-stories are like in this game. In Yakuza 0, sub-stories were pretty good. In Yakuza 1, they were terrible, and I skipped basically all of them as soon as I realized. Yakuza 2, they were good again, and I did quite a lot. Yakuza 3, they were fucking shit again, so I did almost none again. So, let's see. Is it that the even-numbered games have good sub-stories, and the odd-numbered games have shit ones? Let's see if the pattern holds.
Oh, Chief, you have a customer waiting.
The one you told me about on the phone? Got it. Thanks. Apologies for the wait. So, tell me, what brings you here today?
Are you Akiyama-san? You provide interest-free loans here, is that right?
Indeed I do. That said, there are a few conditions. May I ask your name?
It's Shiobara. How much are you willing to lend out? Usually.
Mind telling me why you need the money first? That'll help me decide whether or not I should give you the loan.
My guy, you didn't ask that to the girl who just asked you for 100 million.
She asked you for 100 million and you didn't ask why you need the money. But this random other guy, you're like, first question, why'd you need the money? Bruh.
Well, not too long ago, I drove my printing company into bankruptcy. I'd inherited the place from my father, you see. But this time I figure I'll start my own company. From the ground up.
You ran your father's company into the ground.
It made money, but not enough to get out of the red. In the end, all I could do was downsize. But downsizing isn't always the best option, you know? The company was already on its way under. If our only available option was downsizing, wouldn't it have been better to just pull the plug? I think it's cowardly to fire people just to try and keep a company artificially afloat. So I took responsibility for my bad management and let the place go bankrupt. No hard feelings all around, right?
I see. Spoken like a typical spoiled,
The old company doesn't matter now anyway. What's important is getting this new company off the ground. So, will you lend me some money?
I'm not against the idea, but why come to me? Can't you get your bank to cover it?
Yeah. I guess I didn't pass their review. They asked me what business the company would be in, but I hadn't decided yet. Something online, that's for sure.
You're asking for a loan for a business you haven't even got any plan for? Still haven't figured it out, huh?
What, you need planning documents too? Don't you loan sharks usually skip all the formality crap?
No, it's just... Never mind. How much did you need?
Let's see, how about 5 million?
Why so much? Though now I think about it, you probably have no idea how much you really need. What the hell. I'll lend you the 5 mil. No interest, no collateral.
Seriously? You're not pulling my leg here?
But first, you're gonna have to pass my test.
Sure, bring it on. I don't know what kind of test you're talking about, but I'll do anything you ask.
Alright. So you want to start a company, be its president. In that case, I'll need you to... Find 3 business partners, bring me 10 president's business cards, invite a hostess here after the club closes. Is there one right answer and two wrong answers, or is it going to run with whatever I pick? I'm actually curious. If I like, this is the obviously wrong one. I think it's find 3 business partners, but this is the obviously wrong one. So I'm curious, if I pick this, will it say no, or will it just run with it? Invite a hostess out after the club closes and bring her back here to my office. A hostess club? That's it? I just bring the girl here and the 5 million's mine? I don't know. Oh, come on. It should be a piece of cake for a guy like you. What's the problem?
Yeah.
I just don't have the cash. Hostess clubs are expensive, you know. It's a real shame. I'd have all kinds of girls trailing after me if I just had the money. I'd be like the Pied Piper of Kamurocho. The Pied Piper was not a good guy. Maybe don't compare yourself to the Pied Piper. I guess I'll have to point you over to my friend's hostess club then. You can put it on my tab. The place is called Sweet, over on Pink Street. Just tell them Akiyama sent you and they'll take care of the rest. Really? You can't do it without money, right? Well, I'm making that particular problem go away. So what do you think? Can you do that? Yes, of course. No problem at all. I'll bring you the best hostess in the club. So it really is just running with that option, which seems, I mean, unless that is the right option. So I don't know. I don't know, man. Oh, dear. I'll be right back, okay? Better get that 5 million ready for me. Like, it seemed like the obviously wrong option, but then the fact that it is going with, I'm surprised.
Chief, I couldn't help but overhear. Are you really going to lend money for that piece of work? He's nowhere near fit to start a company.
You think so too, huh? To tell you the truth, I agree. He's all talk. You see a lot of that nowadays.
So you never planned on giving him a loan in the first place? Then why bother with a test?
Oh, I'll lend him the money. But only if he passes. I'm going to teach him it's a rough world out there.
But what if... I mean, just on the off chance...
Don't worry about it. A big mouth like him could never hope to pass one of my tests.
But why'd you send him to a hostess club? He'll just go out and have fun, and on your tab no less.
A first-time visitor to a hostess club hardly ever manages to invite a girl out afterward. Anybody who succeeds is either rich or a smooth talker. But this guy's broke, so...
So he has about a 0% chance of pulling this off.
Okay, I guess I did choose the actually right one then. We don't know that. I mean, he might fall into some crazy beginner's luck.
That would be a miracle.
Well, if he pulls off a miracle at a time like this, it'll be the first of many. Luck is just another kind of talent, wouldn't you agree?
Maybe, but even so, if that guy gets his very own miracle, then he's one of the most talented men I've ever met.
Welcome back. So, where's that hostess?
Oh, that club is no good. The girl at my table only said a few words, then clammed up almost immediately. Isn't it her job to get the conversation going? I'm the customer. The paying customer.
Yeah, paying with someone else's money.
Yeah.
Seriously, though, any other club, and I would have had him eating out of the palm of my hand. It all boils down to a bad club.
Even if we were to assume it was the club's fault, you still didn't manage to pass the test. That means I won't be giving you a loan. Hana-chan, would you mind showing Shiobara-san here out? It's time for him to go.
Hi.
Of course. Right this way, sir. Wait a second. If you'd just let me try a different test, I'm positive I'd pass with flying colours. Please, I'm counting on you. Give me just one more chance. One more.
Fine, but this really and truly is your last chance. Oh, okay. Find 3 business partners? Find 3 people to be your business partners and bring them to me.
Business partners? 3 of them? Is that really all you need?
Yeah. People who'd be happy to help build up a company. What do you think? Can you do it?
What are you talking about? I've got tons of friends. It won't take long at all. I'll be right back, okay? Better get that 5 million ready for me.
Chief, why are you giving him a second chance? You'd usually send somebody like him well on his way by now.
He's just so astoundingly clueless. Don't you want to see how it all ends?
Not particularly. Look at it from my perspective. You always forget to collect on your loans. Too many boneheaded customers like him and I'll be up to my neck in extra work.
And I appreciate every last ounce of work you do, Hana-chan. Don't I always treat you to a delicious meal at the end of every month?
I guess you can do what you want. It is your company after all.
You know, Hana-chan, a man might have lots of people he calls friend, but I doubt many of them would actually be willing to risk their livelihoods on him. He says it'll be a cinch to find 3 of them, but unless he's especially trustworthy or charismatic, they won't be on board. Welcome back. So, where are those 3 partners?
They just don't understand. I told them they could easily pull in 100 million a year if they just left everything to me.
So you failed the test.
Yeah. It's not my fault, it's theirs. They're just too blind to see it. And after all those times, they begged for an invite to my parties too.
Parties?
My online game parties. You mean you haven't heard? They're kind of a big deal. They call me the Hurricane Salt. Hurricane Salt.
I see. Well, it hardly matters at this point. You weren't able to pass the test, which means our loan discussion is over. My apologies. Hana-chan, would you mind showing Shiobara-san here out? It's time for him to go.
Of course. Right this way, sir. Wait just a second. Are we really going to give him a 3rd chance? You're telling me you know all about me from one lousy test? Who do you think you are? A god? Please. I'm counting on you. Just give me one more chance. One more. Please. I'm begging you. Let me try again. I swear I'll take it a whole lot more seriously this time.
We have other business to attend to, you know. But it doesn't look like you'll be leaving anytime soon, so... Alright, one more time. Okay, so in actuality, you just had to go through all 3 options. Bring me the business cards of 10 company presidents. Any kind of company will do.
10 business cards? Is that really all you need?
Corporate CEOs, presidents of small-time factories, take your pick. Just find 10 of them, get their cards, and bring them here.
Are you sure? That sounds pretty easy. I mean, I used to be a president myself. I can get 20 or even 30 cards, no problem.
Excellent. I'm glad to hear it. Well, good luck. I'll see you soon.
I'll be right back, okay? Better get that 5 million ready. Chief, enough's enough. I've never seen you give anybody this many chances.
I suppose you're right. But it's all just so interesting, don't you think? Guy's a walking disaster.
Chief.
If it were you, Hana-chan, how would you go about collecting 10 president's cards?
Well, I'd probably pop into an office building and talk to a company president directly.
A frontal attack, huh? Good answer. As for me, I'd probably grab hold of a president or 2, take them to a print shop, and have them make me some cards.
A little aggressive, maybe, but yeah, that sounds like something you'd do.
Nothing wrong with that. Hell, I could even have a print shop make a bunch of fake cards if I wanted. Your straightforward method requires courage, while my way calls for quick wit. Regardless, I doubt he's capable of either. Welcome back. So, you got those cards?
Yeah. I only have one, my father's. None of the CEOs I knew at my company are even in this town. Are there any company presidents here? It's all businessmen and restaurateurs.
Actually, you're looking at one. Sorry if my appearance deceived you. Well, then, since you weren't able to pass the test, I'm afraid I won't be giving you the loan after all. Hana-chan, would you mind showing this guy out?
Hi.
Of course. Wait just a second. I can do better. Ba-ba-da-ba-da. It's always just one more with you. I've given you 3 chances already. No matter how many times you try, you'll never pass. Alright, so leave. I'm tired of having to string along a big-talking nitwit.
Yeah. Please, this is it. My very last chance. If you give up on me now, I'm finished.
Will you just leave already?
I'm positive I can build a company that will never ever need to downsize.
You really want to start your own company, don't you? Are you sure you're being entirely honest with me? And with yourself?
Absolutely. No lies and no excuses. Period.
Fine. Then this is your honest-to-goodness last chance. You fail, you leave. Got it?
Got it. I'll pass it for sure this time. You'll see.
Okay, here we go. My friend's leaflet company is in the red. If you can get it to turn a profit again, I'll lend you the 5 million.
But that could take years.
The door's right there if you're not interested. What's it gonna be? You in or out?
All right.
Where is this leaflet company anyway? It's Paradise Advertising on West Shichifuku Street, just past the M store. Let me give them a call. Hello? Paradise Advertising? This is Akiyama over at Sky Finance. Akiyama-san, to what do I owe the pleasure? You've been asking for management advice, right? I've found just the man for the job. Name's Shiobara-kun. I'll be sending him your way shortly. Really? Shiobara-san, is it? Thank you so much. I'll be waiting. Now it's all up to you. Paradise Advertising is on West Shichifuku Street. I'm sure you'll see it when you get there. Alright, I'll be back. In 5 years. Chief, are you sure about this? That's one heck of a test. Isn't Paradise Advertising doing really bad right now, business-wise? Stuck in the red even though sales remain strong and steady? Yeah, that's right. Even if sales go through the roof, the expenses are always higher. Which means their only choice is to downsize and cut their... Ah. Yep. All they can do is downsize. And our friend Shiobara-kun, who would rather see a company die than shrink, will now be forced to do just that. You're a bad man, Chief. Call it shock therapy. If he can't do this, he's hopeless. Shock therapy? Don't you think you should go check up on him, just in case? You never know. Well, if you insist. Do you remember where Paradise Advertising is? The west end of Shichifuku Street. Just past the M store, right? I'll be fine. I've been there plenty of times. Okay, I'll be back in a bit. Hold down the fort till I get back. Alright. Definitely longer than anything we... well, we didn't do that many in Yakuza 3. Maybe there were some long ones, but they didn't seem to be particularly long. Right. Which one is Shichifuku Street? I do not remember. Here. Just past the M store, so like this place? I guess? Way up top. It's a blue guy. Damn it, flirting is tougher than I thought. The timing is impossible. I wish there was some way I could know the exact second I should approach someone. Depending on where you are, prompts such as talk or enter may appear at the top right. I mean, obviously. No, I shouldn't give up yet. Just got to practice my lines and find the right time. Really? That was something that required a hint? We've already had to enter multiple buildings by this point in the game. What about this, bro? Always filling your pockets with stuff. Consumable items have various effects, but disappear when they're used. Yeah. How much XP do we have at the moment? Only 2. Right, was it like this guy, or one of these guys, or what was it? This place, maybe? They did say the West End, right? They said just past the M store. Oh, this guy. Oh, Akiyama-san. Well, that Shiobara guy you sent over showed up. He marched in blustering about how he was going to put me in the black, but when I showed him the books, I guess he ran out of steam. Well, the thing is, he'd inherited his father's company, but didn't want to downsize. And because of that, he wound up running the place into the ground. He willingly ruined his father's business just to avoid downsizing?
Say, Akiyama-san, do you think that'll happen to my place too?
Most likely. I peered over your books last time we talked. You'd be hard-pressed to get any more profit, and you've cut all the corners you can. The only thing left to do is
to downsize, I know. Well, that may be true, but still. These people have been with me from day one.
I've got to be frank with you here. It's your job as president to make this decision.
I guess you're right.
Oh, another thing. Do you know where Shiobara-kun went?
Not exactly. He was walking towards Children's Park, though.
He was? Thanks. I'll have to stop by again sometime soon.
Was that the park down the end here?
Yeah. Well, did you think of a way to get them back on track? What's wrong? You dropped by Paradise Advertising, yeah?
You knew all along, didn't you?
Knew what?
You sent me to that company knowing full well that the only thing they could do was downsize. They have sufficient sales and good management. They take all the leaflet orders they can. I don't see how they could possibly bring in any more money. Which means they have to reduce their expenses. Employee salaries have already been slashed and there's simply no more fat to trim. Their president is a real go-getter too. Keeps pristine books, has great employee morale, and still he's stuck in the red.
Now that sounds like the CEO you claim to be. You're looking in all the right places.
If we need to reduce expenses, there's only one thing left to cut. Personnel costs. In other words...
Hey, if it isn't old Shiobara's idiot son, imagine my surprise running into you here.
You worked for my father's company.
So you remember me, do you? That is a interesting face. Well, thanks to you bringing down your old man's business, I'm still out of a job.
But I either had to downsize or close the place down. My hands were tied and I...
Well, then you should have downsized. You think your way was more noble? My hands were tied? Ha! You think that's going to make up for all the hardship you've caused?
Speaking as a manager, downsizing is...
Does it make you proud that you didn't downsize? Well, guess what, pal? Your pride won't put food on the table. Who'd hire me now at my age? Are you supposed to be old? I either live on the street or die in the gutter. Take some responsibility and die alongside me. Bad idea, old man. Once you take a life, your own life is over for good.
Shut up. You could never understand how I feel. Never.
You're right. I couldn't. Still, murder's not the answer.
What's your deal anyway? You taking this moron's side?
If you want to try and start over, I can help. Well, I can lend you money anyway.
I don't want your damn money. How dare you insult me? Ah, that does it. We'll all go down together.
Hey.
Enough of this bullshit. I worked with his dad for more than 30 years. We were good friends, all of us. And then this ignorant moron, he tore it all to pieces. That company was...
It can't be easy to start over at your age. But if you're willing to try, stop by Sky Finance on Tenkaichi Street. I'm just a moneylender, but a little money might be just what you need right now.
Sky Finance?
Drop by any time.
You knew all along. You knew that downsizing was the only way to get that company in the black.
Yep, sure did.
I knew it. Then why? Why? His friends had been with him from the start. The president didn't want to downsize, but that was the only way to save his company.
And he still couldn't bring himself to do it. So you've come here to mull it all over, is that right? That angry old man, Paradise Advertising. I imagine you probably understand this now, but downsizing isn't necessarily a bad thing. Sure, it's not always the ideal or even the only option, but sometimes you have to do what's best for the company. If you don't, you might end up hurting a lot more people, like that old man. Do you see what I'm trying to say?
Akiyama-san, could you ask that leaflet company guy to come meet us here?
Sure, I'll call him right now. Yes, hello. This is Akiyama from Sky Finance. We have something we'd like to talk to you about. Could you come meet us at the park?
What is it, Akiyama-san? Is something wrong?
Shiobara-kun wants to talk to you.
Well, I once brought down my father's printing company because I didn't want to downsize and lose all of the good people he'd employed over the years. And now your company's in the same position mine was. My apologies if this is too forward, but you have to downsize.
Oh.
Yes, I thought as much, but my people have been with me since the beginning. How could I just force them out like that? If the business fails, that's it. Everything's over. All of your employees get hurt, every last one of them. I understand it's a tough decision to make, but it's the president's responsibility to protect the company. Akiyama-san?
I agree. Downsizing's the only option. My heart goes out to you, but it's got to be better than turning everybody out onto the streets.
I see. I guess that really is the only way to go then. I just have one favor to ask of you. If this downsizing does turn your company around, make sure the people who were forced out get first crack at working for you again. After all, it's those employees who served the company by leaving, and they'd all been friends and co-workers for a long time.
Oh.
Alright, I promise I will. When I first met you, Shiobara-san, I'd assumed you were nothing more than some half-baked smartass. But now I see that you look out for everyone like a fine upstanding CEO. I know it's awfully hard, but we've got to do the best we can by our employees. Now, if you'll excuse me. Thank you very much. I've learned a lot from all of this. Paradise Advertising will be in the black soon enough, so let's consider the test passed.
Oh wait, that's... Never mind, that's not him talking. That's Akiyama talking. Paradise Advertising will be in the black soon enough, so let's consider the test passed. The money is yours, provided you're still interested.
Yes, I am. I can't give up now. I still don't know what kind of company to build, but I'm going to do my best to make sure it brings happiness to everyone who works there. I can promise you that much.
I can't believe he failed the test 3 times, and then Akiyama was like, oh yes, well you passed this 4th test, so that's a 1 out of 4 success rate. That's good enough. Here's the money. And for right now, that's enough. Here you are then. 5 million yen. Did he just pull that out of his pocket?
Thank you so much. I'm going to give it everything I've got. This is all I've got, but I'd like you to at least have some token of my gratitude. Please accept it, along with my thanks.
You got a copy of Memoirs of an Action Star. Sure, why not? Thank you kindly.
Alright, I'm off. I'm about to become a very busy man.
5,000 XP. Was that not even enough for a level? That wasn't even enough for a level. Holy shit, I just looked at the map and realized just how many sub-stories there are. Already. That is quite a few that have appeared. That was alright. I'd say it's definitely better than anything we did in Yakuza 3. Didn't feel as interesting as some of the ones in 0 or 2, but maybe we just got one of the lesser first ones, potentially? But it was good enough that I will keep trying them and see how they go. Give them a few more attempts to get some really good ones. What is this? Pick up. You got boxy garbage. Right. Great. Oh, is that a... Gain money while walking? Sure. Healing effect when standing still. Sounds good. Where's the drugstore? Is it in the same place as before, probably? Yeah, down there. Okay, I do want to make sure I fill my inventory up with Healy Heals, as always. Although, I wonder if inventory is shared, because if we're going to go back to Kiryu, I mean, I don't know when that's going to happen, but presumably we have to be going back to Kiryu at some point, so... I wonder if inventory is shared between characters or not, because if not... then I don't know... What about money? Is money shared between characters? God, I wish he ran faster. It is physically painful that there's no run button. My kingdom for a run button, in fact. Bom, 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 bom. It was just around here, right? Bonk. Okay. It's just here, right? Okay, so we want toughness ZZ. How many lines have we actually got in here? We can buy 16, right? There's 20 lines, 20 boxes total. Let's get 12. Leave a few spaces free for whatever random pickups we get. Alright, okay. First sub-story in the bag. There is another sub-story right next to us, by the looks of it. This guy on the floor. So, let's wrap up this part there, and when we come back, we will jump into the next sub-story. I wonder if they'll all be that long, because that sub-story took, like, the entire part, basically. So, I'm curious if that is, going to be a standard length, or what. We shall see in the next part. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, if you could leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Share the videos around, share the playlist around if you can. I would really appreciate that. And I'll see you next time for more Yakuza 4 Remastered. Thanks for watching. See you then.